Courtney's just come in here with the brawn here, Delma, to make her judgment and make her decision on covering the back of my wall in here. This is my office. As you can see, I don't even have a computer. I don't really like sitting in here too often. I've got too many other things I want to do out in the factory. So she wants to put which wall up here?
So we're going to put the Malawi rock wall panel up here, and it's going to be in castle rock, which will blend in the brown tones behind you, as well as the grayish blue wall, which I think will blend really nicely.
So I don't know if you all know, but I've had this business 25 years and I'm colorblind. As far as it blending in and color matching and all that, I'll trust you. It's a classic example of what Universal Rocks looks like. It looks terrible, but just wait in a few minutes, it's going to look amazing. Okay, that's a little bit long there. Delma, you made a mistake. That comes out of your pay. So that's a good point what Delma just said there. The parts that are sticking out the most is where it has the most material. So if you put your staples through that, it holds a lot better than the other areas.
This happens so fast.
Okay, what do you think, Lulu?
It looks amazing.
So that panel is about 18 feet by 8 feet, so that's about 146 square feet. So literally you can cover a massive area really, really quickly. The main thing is get it up, make sure it's gonna work, make sure it's long enough, make sure it's straight, and the rest is just a little bit of trimming, a little bit of stapling, and Bob's your uncle, you're done. You got your marker there, Delma? Please. Glasses, didn't used to need those. Again, I'm used to using a knife for all these years. The little oscillating Dremel type tool is good. Could have measured it before and already put it and cut it on, but there's a little bit of flex here, so I didn't really want to do that because sometimes you might screw back here and it affects there, or screw here and it affects there. So the main thing is you don't cut your hand, really. Push down as well. I was trying to do that on my own, just get it down into the corner. I think what you should, because there's so much flex here, I think it's important, go to the corners and screw that in. And now, see, here you can see a little bit of the wall behind it. So we could color that, but why bother? Let's just try and push the panel, stretch it a little bit. That's the advantage of this. You can just stretch it a little bit, and then it comes right up to the trim. So I'm gonna work my way around. The piece that we cut off on this side, I can put actually back behind a little slither of the really flat stuff. I can put behind that and you won't notice because it'll just look like a fracture running through. So I've just cut a little piece of panel here. I'm just going to come in here, feed that behind. Can I have the staple gun, Courtney, please? Let's come and staple that on there, please. Yep. Good looking rock walls look good. Good looking rocks and plants look amazing. Good looking rocks, plants and water. That would be even better, but I'm not going to put the water in here. But we will have some lights. So rocks, plants, water and lights. We'll have 3 out of 4. Should look pretty cool. Okay, Delma, you're on. Let's cut it. I think we'll still cut a little bit, but come around like that.
Yeah.
You know, this is new, so there's no rule to how you should do it. So in this case, rather than cut it and go on the inside of that, why don't we bend this around like that? So I think we'll do that. Well, I'll trim a little bit more off. I don't want it bulging as much as that, but I think this is another idea and I think it'll work. Okay, so in that case, we're gonna bend it over a little twice, or once, and then we'll have twice as much material for the staples to screw through, and I think that'll look even more natural. So sometimes you've got to put like 2 or 3 or 4 in one little spot at little slightly different angles, and that'll bite into it. We could use screws, but then you've got to cover the screw heads up, whereas these are really small and it makes it no finishing to do. Come and have a look what Courtney's made me do to my office.
Oh wow! Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Now you need a computer.
I don't know how to turn it on.
I like that song. Way better.
Oh wow. That's cool.
That's
So far, we've got Tale, my wife, who's voiced her opinion. In the beginning, she said rock the whole wall, 2 walls. Robert, who's been with me 15 years, that's what he wants to. Anyone else for that? Yeah? No, no. Dark, make that, stain that darker, and then cover that. Is that what we should do? Okay, there you go. So, part 2. Part 2 is the second wall, finish the wall. I think I really like my office now. I don't think I'm going to get a computer, but I really like my office. This is fantastic, actually. I don't know, it happens so quickly and makes such an impact on any room that I've ever put panels in. So I think we've all just had a bit of a discussion, and we think we're going to continue on with this wall as well. So we'll do that in part 2, but it is just simple, easy, and it looks amazing. So good on you for making that happen. Thanks, Delma. And we'll go to part 2 next week.
Now you gotta keep your office clean.
Okay, fair enough.